Progressive Party does not want me as a leader.
Here. FBI is doing their investigation. Some aspect is coming back.
Wealth is not trickling down to the people of Guyana.
There will be additional questioning that is required. And that's of course, I don't get involved with that. Yeah, brother. It is important for Venezuela to understand that Guyana will not be bullied, threatened, or intimidated. Hello, good morning. Here.
I'm here to check that.
Yeah, brother.
I am aware that the People's Progressive Party does not want me as a leader.
Here. FBI is doing their investigation. Some aspect is coming back.
Wealth is not trickling down to the people of Guyana.
There will be additional questioning that is required. And that's of course, I don't get involved with that. Yeah, brother. It is important for Venezuela to understand that Guyana will not be bullied, threatened, or intimidated. Hello, good morning. Yeah, brother.
I am aware that the People's Progressive Party does not want me as a leader.
Here. FBI is doing their investigation. Some aspect is coming back.
Wealth is not trickling down to the people of Guyana.
There will be additional questioning that is required. And that's of course, I don't get involved with that. Yeah, brother. It is important for Venezuela to understand that Guyana will not be bullied, threatened, or intimidated. Hello, good morning.
Good evening, guys, and welcome to this special edition of Progress Report as it relates to the matter of United States of America versus NAZAR MIHAMED and AZRUDDIN MOHAMED. And this is not a call-in program. This is a explanatory process for Guyanese to understand what is going on. You're hearing from Kian Jabur, Michael Francis Bailey. You hear none from everybody was coming out and saying Mark the France. Everybody was saying, oh, the sanctions, they mean nothing. No, it escalated. It has been escalating all the time. Oh, that's the Prime Minister saying, no, my visa, it lose for everybody, shying away and misleading Guyanese people. That is how deceitful they are. Now look at where we are today. I have never told you anything that have not come to pass. This is the funny thing. You mightn't like me. You mightn't like my methodology of doing things. But you gotta accept, I ain't a Travis Chase. Travis Chase come up with a story and involving May Thomas and the PP. What we gotta do with her? In this document suggested that NAZAR MIHAMED and AZRUDDIN MOHAMED corrupted officials at GRA and the Guyana Gold Board. Now things are coming to pass. GHK Lal. What's GHK Lal problem? Now we find out. GHK Lal problem is he was one of the benefactors of the Mohammeds. These indictments were unsealed and charges are being brought against 11 counts. Are being brought against the Mohamed based on things that have been investigated since 2017. Now, who was the head of the Guyana Gold Board in 2017? GHK Lal. You want to know why this man talking? Hear what people do. GHK Lal is somebody's asking who is GHK Lal. Go and check it out. Somebody that's be writing against the government. Everything is a problem with he and the government. Not Glenn Lal, GHK Lal. Glenn Lal facilitates him as Glenn Lal partner, not a family member. And what I have, where these people come from? Why this bitterness towards the government? If you take bread out your mouth, like the man was calling and cussing Jagdew. He said Jagdew take some land and build a house on it. But he the one for build his house on. You understand? Every time you meet these people and see these people, you gotta ask yourself, what's the, like soon you will hear something about Francis Bailey. You heard about Mark de France. He covering up a fraud. So he can't, if he come out in front, the convicts, if they come out in front and start the story, when something rebound, like I did on this thing 10 years now, buddy. None can rebound for me. Whoever come, I say, if you say in the past, I was abusive husband, yes, 11 times I hit them by his mother. I stand up for women now. I'm against abuse on women. I have matured and reached a certain level. I never purport myself to be anything else than what I presented to you. And you got these people going around decent, like the decent. GHK Lal was the head of the Guyana Gold Board. Now he writes letters about the government, this and that. Never said nothing about the Mohammeds. The gold where he helped the Mohammeds smuggle. He talks about incompetence and corruption, this and that. This time now we know in these documents, GHK Lal is one of the leading factors, one of the leading players in corruption in Guyana. GHK Lal. Kaicho News over the years have promoted his stories to paint a picture of the government, only for us now to find out that GHK Lal was the head of the Guyana. So wait, you telling me all this 10,000 kilograms of gold passed through the Guyana Gold Board, and GHK Lal, who knows all about corruption, ain't know that it passed through there, ain't know that these boxes was going and coming. We will read the documents. We have the documents here. This morning, me talk about it. Nice. So we can walk at 75. We have the documents here. Released by the United States government. Partner, let me call you back. Let me call you back.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. Like, what else in you can uncover? Like, when I tell Travis Chase, I say, you are a Venezuelan agent. How you is not a Venezuelan agent and you're promoting Venezuela? You're not a Venezuelan agent, but you're a Guyanese traitor? What exactly you are? Are you a Venezuelan agent, or which one is one and the same? If you're a Venezuelan agent, you're a Guyanese traitor. And if you're a Guyanese traitor, as a result of being a Venezuelan agent, you are a Venezuelan agent. And you take Mohammed's money. I'm confused. So indictments were unsealed on October the 2nd in a South Florida court in the United States of America for NAZAR MIHAMED and AZRUDDIN MOHAMED. Right? This is what we're looking at here. These are documents filed, and it states United States District Court, Southern District of Florida. All these numbers, all these things you can take. We're going to be putting it up on the page. And it's all about the place. Y'all read, buddy. Y'all read. This can't be disputed. Francis Bailey, Mark France, Kian Jabur can't dispute this. This is documents. You can't dispute this. These are documents. This is an indictment that was recently unsealed. When I tell y'all this investigation was going on, Travis Strays trying to tell y'all ministers gonna get sanctioned. Up to today, Mark Benschap still trying to play the minister sanction thing. If ministers of the PPP government are to be sanctioned, I can tell you, I will be the first. I will make it my honor. It will be an honor of mine to present those facts to you. You hear what I tell you? If me not tell you when sanctions are come and who sanctions are come for, they're not true. You understand what I tell you? I take my stupid word for it. The walls have ears, the hills have eyes. If me not tell you, not true. Travis Chase in an attempt to confuse the populace as to change the direction and ain't got any concentrate. Right, telling them this is coming. Travis Chase said ministers, but he didn't know this was coming before the ministers one. Eh? He on still coming. Today, look at Travis Chase's story. It tried to fashion, well, PPP got something to do with it. Yes. The Guyana Gold Board, at the time, being headed up by GHK Lal, had something to do with AZRUDDIN MOHAMED smuggling. And now we see GHK Lal, constant attacks. You see where it come from. What's GHK Lal problem? Well, everybody's like, what problem did I ever had with the government? Then you find out. When the PPP came into power, he and Mohammed thing couldn't keep going on. The PPP marched up the place. And he left with a grudge. Look at where are the people now who was saying, where's Kian Jabur, who was saying sanctions political gimmicks? Where's Kian Jabur? Does he still have a page? He got a Facebook page? Let me find it. Let me find it. Kian Jabur. You just gotta get one videos and hear them. One of the people who sold out, only September 11th, watch, he shared AZRUDDIN MOHAMED thing, right? Full support, took AZRUDDIN MOHAMED's money. Took the man's money.
For the season. First of all, congratulations to the PDP. I have to start there. And the voice, and necessarily we have such a small population. I think my videos are going to age well.
Hola, man, I want to see this.
I see one of my videos doing its rounds in which...
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, this is it. We gotta get before. When he telling people no, don't wear the sanctions. All right, all of this is the election time thing, right? He got silent after election. Dead silent. You see back he congratulate the PPP and make an exit. Kian Jabur acting like a kitchen cat. You know them kitchen cat? Full kitchen cat behavior. Hold on, I try to forget this too. When you talk about sanctions and sanctions, they mean nothing. How you could trust these people? We can't jabur them, man. The days leading up to the election, right? The Jaguar, the Leopard, can destroy the PPP. He and Smelly Smell, they in bed. Start doing you gotta watch who is associated with who. Nobody wants to be associated with Smelly Smell. You gotta watch who is associated with who. You take Mohamed's money, so Mohamed sell it talk with Smell. People like Amrinian power, bab. Promoting win rally, win all the way. You talk about sanctions, man. You work hard, all these videos. Wait, he delete the videos about sanctions? Huh? What the hell is this? He is one of the people was trying to convince Guyanese that they ain't got no sanctions. But sanctions they mean nothing. Jack, your best friend, when I show what the American news say, I Jack, your best friend. Oh my God, let me get this sanction thing. Critics Brian Max saga. And it's critics Brian Max. He's get two videos every time, man. Anything, my page had it, man. Anything that would dispute the facts. They did anything they could to dispute the facts. This. Where Kian Jabuda now, man? Whole day here, Francis Bailey. Sanctions, explaining sanctions to Guyanese. What this thing is, you know? Did me make that document? But hey, me want fraud problem. This document is about fraud. Me no want make no fraud document. Basil saying Azruddin Mohamed used his money to help. No, Basil. Check see if you know Azruddin Mohamed before 2017. Did you know Azruddin Mohamed before 2017? Go and see if there's ever a record of Azruddin Mohamed before 2017. Azruddin Mohamed started helping Guyanese people when he realized he was caught. Yes, Azruddin Mohamed started helping Guyanese people after realizing he was caught and his father was caught, and that he brought negative attention to his father's criminal empire. That is when he started helping. When I met Azruddin Mohamed, he know not but philanthropy helping people. His father used to help people, and as a Muslim, now he depend there. Now I still explaining, man. Basil, I still trying to explain why Azruddin became who he became, why he bought himself into a political position. Look, the documents are here. Don't you think Azruddin Mohamed know about this? The Americans seized $5 million US in gold for the Mohammed's enterprise. They know they have lawyers fighting for them. Why do I have to come and explain to you what is a matter of public fact? This is public record. Mohammed, I saw you ship it. How you gonna put your neck on a black that you never get chop off and is a chop in black? And one chopper with blood put in there right there. Is that what I say? Put your neck on this table. Is that one table you see is a chop in black, a butcher black? AZRUDDIN MOHAMED and NAZAR MIHAMED knew what was going on. Will you think the Americans are secret? A few years ago, $5 million US. Imagine this man going to Parliament, hoping to go to Parliament, and there's so much secrets about him that Guyanese people don't know. Now the man say allegations pet. What's called? Let me read he press. Oh Jesus Christ. AZRUDDIN MOHAMED just released a press statement. The madness continues. Let me hear. Team Mohammed. I don't want to tell y'all what happened to the people them around AZRUDDIN MOHAMED. I've been warning y'all all the time. More to come. This is just the beginning. So, he just made a press release. Right? AZRUDDIN MOHAMED just made a press release. Let's read. To my fellow Guyanese, I've noted the allegations peddled against me and my family. While there are legal constraints on how much I can share at this juncture, I am permitted to say this much in the interim. The leadership of the PPP has been advancing a sustained narrative against the Mohammed aimed at discrediting us. Make no mistake, this is not just a personal attack, this is political. This is a fair tactic. The PPP has seen what is possible after a mere 3 months. The PPP has seen what is possible after a mere 3 months, and the Americans investigate the assets before the PPP get power. These people are mad. These people, why AZRUDDIN MOHAMED and Odessa Primus don't come and hold a press conference? Every day, Jagdio, they want to hear Jagdio. Jagdio come back and batting again and answering everybody. Y'all hold a press conference. This is madness. You imagine people in the right senses put this shit together? Let me read. There's a document here that suggested the defendants, let me tell you, count one. From in count one, right? Conspiracy to commit mail and wire fraud. 18 USC 1349. The general allegations set forth in paragraph 1 through 9 of this indictment are alleged and in cooperation by reference for count 1 of this indictment as though full set forth herein. From in or around 2017 and continuing through or about June 11, 2024. The Americans investigated them before the PPP were power. He and GHK Lal smuggling gold through the Guyana Gold Board. Big runners going on since 2017. AZRUDDIN MOHAMED issues a statement on his page. Please screenshot the thing. When they catch yourself, what they do? Please screenshot it. Because they're not going to change it. I am permitted to say that thing. Mohammed aimed at discrediting us. Make no mistake, this is not just personal attack. This is political. This is a fair tactic. The PPP has seen what is possible after a mere 3 months of campaigning. They know what is at stake and they are reacting accordingly. Partner, you and the PPP went in bed. Now you say so, man. I wasn't friend. What? Where I say no? What really you say no, partner? What fair tactic? You've been around corrupting officials. The PPP decide they're going to clamp down on corruption, eradicate you and all your corruption. The Americans had a sight for you. The PPP had to choose. Clean up campaign, clean up and change your ways, or face the music. My emergence parliament after campaigning for only 3 months sends a clear message how quickly our movement has changed the political landscape in Guyana. It was declared that WIN has 16 seats. True, that allocation does not reflect our numbers on the ground. We are grateful because the result is remarkable achievement on entry. The PPP knows what it is at stake in 2030 and they want no challenge in parliament. The PPP hold a majority. Why they are still stalling to convene the 13th parliament swear in duly elected opposition? You hear anybody with a legitimate footing in this game talking but swearing in anybody? After Parliament was dissolved on July the 3rd, the government has 4 months, 120 days to convene Parliament. So it was dissolved. Normally, if you're on a break, if you got Parliament, we are now going into the 13th Parliament. In the 12th Parliament, when there was a break, when there was recess, you reconvene Parliament. But when Parliament was recently dissolved on the 3rd of July, it was a reconvene. It's not to be reconvened. It's to be convened. A new Parliament, the 13th Parliament. And that can happen as late as November the 3rd. Was this excitement with going into Parliament and all them thing now? What happened to this? We want you explain the indictments. You can't talk about this. So is it real or not real? Are these indictments real or not real? You said in an interview, AZRUDDIN MOHAMED in an interview with Ian Allen of Trinidad, said that the sanctions would be lifted just as it's sorted out. What happened now? Indictments have been unsealed for you and your father. Speak to this. Don't try for, we had enough smoke screens. Odessa tried for smoke screen. Everybody running and hiding. The buy-in of a political party, you guys have maneuvered till you've outmaneuvered yourself. Kian Jabur one time take money and prop you all up. All the time people propping up the Mohammeds to show them up. People are trying to attack them. It's not true. What is this? The United States government planned with the PPP since 2017 to start investigating you, who was a known PPP friend. Yeah, I'll get to the point and answer the question. Right? So we go on. Opposition. This administration misused funds U.S. to hire a lobbying firm, fearing him. This doesn't make no sense. Please know that the love of our country and principle of service. Now, this boy is delusional. This is madness. That there's madness. I can't even read it out. It's madness. Nothing about these indictments. You want me tell them, partner? You want me prove it again? I tell you all about this. I've been singing about it. I sing about sanctions. I sing about indictment. I give time. I gave y'all time periods. Go and watch back the videos. I have been given timelines for the delivery of these things. What is wrong with you people? How much times you believe, partner, you're at the end of your rope. NAZAR MIHAMED and AZRUDDIN MOHAMED are at the end of a long rope. I don't even want to tell you. We got to hold a whole week discussion as it relates to the penalties by GRA. The penalties at GRA is somewhere in the vicinity of $190 billion. Them two go to hell before they're dead. Now you imagine him issue a statement saying it's political. What gonna happen when you're in a jumpsuit with cuffs in your hand? What statement you gonna issue then? What way gonna say? Collusion by the United States government and the PPP? Is collusion? This boy is a sick, delusional boy. And it is sad. You know, this document shows that he only has 10% of the Mohammed enterprise and he destroyed 110% of it. His father, you know, most of the companies that I'm a part of, I ain't got 10% of nothing. They're so greedy that they're greedy for one another. This perception that the father gave his son is so much. His son is only 10% owner. I am part of some companies that my personal friend is 70%. Do I trust him so much? You understand a man and trust his son, and they out here buying the way into people's heart. Watch it. Let me read it for you. So the United States District Court, Southern District of Florida, United States versus NAZAR MIHAMED and AZRUDDIN MOHAMED, that's here. Grand jury charge that. General allegations. Now, a grand jury is not the person that AZRUDDIN MOHAMED and his father would be sitting before. Federal agencies came together, they did an investigation, realized that AZRUDDIN MOHAMED and his father defrauding Guyana, smuggling gold from Venezuela, bring it to Guyana, working along with the Guyana Revenue Authority and the Gold Board. A lot of other agencies, people at the airport and so, them people was at the airport playing the check-in bar, they don't check AZRUDDIN MOHAMED thing. They just get paid off. What they play like the check? No, they don't check though. You understand? The checkers them. They don't check though. So, it's concerning. Let me read. This is the allegations. I'll tell you all how a grand jury works. So the grand jury opens indictments. These indictments are presented by an attorney general, prosecutor, or whatever you want to call, whatever the state is called them, and the grand jury looks at the evidence and says, yes, this is worth and warrant charges. That's what a grand jury does. So when it's open, the grand jury Senate say yes. Then the prosecution explain that, well, here, their mind in this country is 2 men in Guyana and wherever. People read through, well, they get an understanding from the document and what they've done. So requests are now made, warrants are issued, and then extradition requests are made. It's a process. So this is not no biggie. Biggie to come and biggie coming. Fast and furious. Fast and furious. Biggie to come and biggie coming. Right? Now listen to this. Allegations allege at all times relevant to this indictment. So the indictment gives you a breakdown of the allegations alleged. The defendant NAZAR MIHAMED was a citizen of Guyana and the 90% owner of company MIHAMED Enterprise. 90%. The man don't trust it, they're not 50-50. The man give the buyer a little piece and he fudge up his piece and everything. The buyer is special. The father once said the buyer doesn't remember numbers. No. The defendant AZRUDDIN MOHAMED was a citizen of Guyana and the 10% owner of company MIHAMED Enterprise. Father give a little thing for Kippy. Yes, father realized you can't trust this boy. And the imam tell the father, you know, give the boy whatever is in there and try to cut him off. He can be a blight in your family. As if Allah himself had told this imam, this religious Muslim leader, that this boy is going to be a blight in the MIHAMED family. And look, he's led to the destruction of the family. But that's what you get when you bring up children like that. When you show them they're entitled, they think they're entitled to anything, they think they could buy anything. The man bought his way into parliament. Buy, make the PNC and talk, shut them out. Bought out the PNC, bought out the AFC, carry away the scraphead supporters. We all witness this. Why we can't accept that it's not happening? Look at this for wells that join for. Watch me. A man coming from Lethem today. They pay for the music system yet. Would they use the Lethem for the campaigning? It's just an illusion they create. That you can get this, you can get it. Ask people what are they getting now. When MIHAMED gone off, y'all don't understand why y'all left him? Even their parliamentarians, imagine you stand up in parliament to say something about corruption while your leader is in an American jail. How does that work? Imagine standing up in parliament. Oh, there's a primus to say something. Have no visa. Shame. And standing parliament to talk about corruption. While the leader of her party is in a US prison. How do they work? You understand the embarrassment we try to save in the parliament? It would be an embarrassment to this nation that the man coming out of parliament today and people there for collect you with handcuffs. Y'all don't understand what's going on? Next, MIHAMED Enterprise was a gold wholesale and exporter based out of Guyana. that sold gold to buyers primarily in Miami and Dubai. The Guyana Revenue Authority, GRA, collected tax in Guyana and charged a tax approximately 2% on exported gold. So it's listing, when they say Guyana Revenue Authority, what it means, who they are. They say, oh, 2% IRAB. They're listing the things, just like a content. They tell you name related to content, right? Definition, well. The Guyana Revenue Authority also charged tax and duties on certain luxury vehicles imported to Guyana for over 100% the value of the vehicle. The Guyana Revenue Authority was an agency of the government of Guyana. I don't know why they use was. Right? It must be the event is in the past tense. So that's why they're using was. That's the only other explanation I have for the and with law, there are certain terms that it was an agency because things could have changed. And if you say A is the agency, let me say the agency changed. Let me say like how is Barajagio Bridge now? GRA, you understand? Decide for name IRS, Inland Revenue, because GRA is like IRS of the US. We got Guyana Revenue Authority. The US got Inland Revenue Authority. You understand? So was, everything is was. Because if you're going to change your name, they charging you as is as you was. Nazar Mihamed was. If you're going to change your name, it's Nazar Mihamed we're dealing with. Except you could do a face-off. You remember face-off is Nicolas Cage? You ever see the picture? One man take off one man's face and put on another man's face. It was Nicolas Cage and John Travolta. Right? Face-off. Except you could do face-off. And that man got money for do face-off. And I know the doctors in DR who could do a face-off. You understand? So that's the Guyana Revenue Authority. The Guyana Gold Board. Guyana Gold Board. GHK Lal, where are you? Guyana Gold Board. GHK Lal, how you doing? Where are you? Glenn Lal. The man where Alice got right in the Starbucks News and right in the Culture News was part and parcel of the corruption with Mohammed, undisputably so. Right? Somebody should issue face off with Daggy. That would be a good thing. Nobody would want to get any problem with Daggy. Yes, and so let me go. The Guyana Gold Board, GGB, regulated the gold trade in Guyana and charged a royalty approximately 5% of the sale of gold. The GGB was an agency of Guyana government. Gold wholesalers in Guyana had to obtain official government seal from the GRA and GGB upon payment of taxes and royalties to export gold from Guyana. So it's telling you, Mohammed got his gold, GRA and he and GGB, Guyana Gold Board, these is the people them. GHK Lal, come to the front of the class. Gold wholesalers in Guyana had to obtain official government. All right, so the tying everything together. Who is who and what role they played. Now, 7. Company 1, not listed a name, company, a United States company, with offices in Miami, provided secure worldwide transportation services for precious metals, metal shipments originating from Latin America. Company number 2, with offices in Miami, with a private and commercial interstate carrier, was a private and commercial interstate carrier that provided worldwide shipment and deliveries service of packages. Company number 3, based in Miami, provided freight forwarding services for shipments of packages and goods to Guyana by air and sea. Company number 4, with office in Miami, was a private commercial interstate carrier that provided worldwide shipment and delivery service of cargo. Now, we got to count number 1. They get 11 counts, each of which has a maximum under these laws of 30 years. But don't get excited at all, though. Most of these cases, the years is run concurrently. So it's not 11 30 years. It might be 11 30 years running side by side, 1 30 year. And it's highly likely. Let me tell you the 2 scenarios. If and when found guilty, they do a 5 years. If they go through the process. If they take a plea bargain, 3 years, they're back. AZRUDDIN MOHAMED, they're back in Guyana, Nelson Mandela in 2028. Late 2028. Because it's 10 months is a year in prison. Right? 10 months is a year. It's 30 years here now, man. Me want me to tell y'all, me gonna show y'all. Me not a hanky-panky, but me not a liar. Me not the U.S. government. Me not law enforcement. Me are the realest thing in the world. Guyana's most well-known journalist. Story done. That what me is. That me role me a play. Me a interpret for you. In many different segments of the English language. Creolese Essequibo, Creolese Borbis, and Creolese Demerara. Right? Okay. That's my whole sole purpose. So let me go. Count 1. Conspiracy to commit mail and wire fraud. The general allegations set forth in this paragraph 1 through 9 says 9 counts of wire fraud and mail and wire fraud. So if you do something by the computer, you send money through bank and all them things. Once it crosses borders, right? The general allegations set forth in paragraph 1 through 9, they mean all of them is the same 9 counts. Like here what now? Let me tell you how it does work. Them a smuggle gold. AZRUDDIN MOHAMED and NAZAR MIHAMED, the Mohammed enterprise were into gold smuggling. Connected to the Venezuelans, gold smuggling. They buy the gold, they mix it up with some Guyana gold, get GH Lal for do the paperwork, turn a blind eye from the Guyana Gold Board. Get whoever they got in GRA, who's the officers, we're looking at all of that, by the way. I don't know why the government didn't do nothing to know. Who are the people used to sign off? Are they still in GRA? Who are the people used to sign off? For AZRUDDIN and NAZAR MIHAMED, Mohammed Enterprise, don't a GRA. GRA come to the front of the class, your name calling. Not me. The US government. Specify even the percentage of GRA does collect, 2%. They know everything. They got the evidence. There's signatures and documents. People don't understand what's going on, you know. There's signatures on documents. Remember, GRA people got signed. So you can't hide it, you can't deny GRA and the Guyana Gold Board participated in gold smuggling with facilitated gold smuggling that Mohammed, AZRUDDIN Mohamed and NAZAR Mohamed participated in. Signatures have to do. We are now looking for the people's signatures that GHK Lal tell for sign. Who did GHK Lal instruct? There's evidence. When these people got these things, evidence to follow. You can't go to a grand jury with strainer and water. You got a cargage, my friends. You got a cargage thing for sure. So for Mohammed come and says political persecution, and he's still the election mode, still excited for end up in parliament where he means he done got his suit. You're not gonna be like Irfan Ali. Irfan Ali had to change his suit 5 times before he become president. Cut it back 5 times, yes. He lose weight over 5 months. If Irfan Ali wait 5 months to become president in 2020, who's you? You got a long time for wait, boy. You got a long time for wait. Now, from it telling you, right? The general allegations set forth in paragraph 1 to 9 of this indictment are alleged and incorporated by reference of count 1 of this indictment as though full set forth herein. From in and around 2017 and continuing through on or about June 11, 2024, let me tell you what happened. Miami-Dade County, this tree, and in Miami-Dade County, in the South District of Florida and elsewhere, the defendants, NAZAR Mohamed and AZRUDDIN Mohamed, this is what they went down and do. Let me go quick to explain to you and show you what are some of the things that they got themselves into. Now, common wire fraud. Let me get this madman been on a rant today. Let me see. Okay, so this is a specific document I want to share with you. Title 18, United States Code Section 1343, also known as wire fraud statute. Criminalizing using wire, radio, or television communication in interstate or foreign commerce to execute a scheme or artifice to defraud or to obtain money or property by false pretense. Conviction can result in a fine or imprisonment for up to 20 years, with increased penalties of up to 30 years if the crime involves a federal disaster or financial institution. This here is what we're talking about. These are the charges, Title 18, under which AZRUDDIN Mohamed and NAZAR Mohamed have been charged. This is the information. Just go on the internet and you'll get the information. Now, this is what it is about. Let's go into the details now. Common farms. I'm breaking it down for you. Phishing and other scams that rely on electronic communication. Fraudulent investment scheme using the internet. Business email comprise schemes. Using online platforms for fraudulent purposes. All of this come once you're using online platform. You know what I mean? If you message WhatsApp and get somebody to do something, they're serious with these things because it's easier. This is easy. You could run a whole empire from somewhere else. The Nigerians have been doing it. This is how the Americans protect themselves against criminal enterprises like the Mohammed enterprise. Penalties. Right? Penalties up to 20 years in prison and or fines. Enhanced penalties up to 30 years in prison and $1 million fine for crimes relating to a presidential declared major disaster or when a financial institution is affected. We don't know how U.S. financial institutions have been affected and if they're going to go behind things like that. I get the sense that the U.S. is going to just hope that he takes a plea deal, give him a plea deal, and the father will do 3 years and come back. Can the father survive 3 years in jail after his long, comfortable life? There's not nothing compared to the lost lives that the Mohammed empires was built on. Right? There's not nothing. What laws prohibit schemes to defraud, creating or intended to create a fraud plan to deceive others, false pretenses, using false or misleading representation or promises to obtain money or property, interstate communication, transmitting or causing the transmission of false statements through wire, radio, or state communications across states or national borders. That's where the problem come in. National borders. Because we like how America get involved. They were carrying the gold to America, falsify documents, then move it on to Dubai. But this gold has come with boxes sealed. What Mohammeds were doing and got caught on several occasions doing is using back the same seal. So let me say, they had amounts that they were moving, specific amounts. Let me see what's the other thing here relating to this. Penalties, common for fishing, we cover all of them, right? Key elements of conviction. To secure a conviction under 18 USC 1343, the prosecution must prove beyond a reasonable doubt the defendants devised or joined in a scheme to defraud. If you read this document, it will tell you that the United States government they wouldn't make all this big hullabaloo if they didn't have solid evidence. Right? The scheme involves a material false or fraudulent representation. The defendant had the intent to defraud. Obviously, if you do it more than one time, it's intent. It's not accidental. It's like if you sign a piece of paper, or a man make you sign a paper, you know. No. His father is one of the biggest old criminals Guyana's ever seen. His intent. You understand? The defendant used wire, radio, or television in interstate or foreign commerce as part of the scheme. Yes. Long they lose their visa. They got people running. They had to be like a death that's run for do the thing. They got people running and do the thing. Right? Let's go into this here where it tells you hello. You're trying to distract me. This is hot in the head right now. Knowingly with intent to defraud, deserve AZRUDDIN MOHAMED. Purpose of conspiracy. Manner and means of conspiracy. Watch this. The manner and means of which the defendant and their co-conspirators sought to accomplish the purpose of conspiracy included, among other things, the following. NAZAR MIHAMED and AZRUDDIN MOHAMED entered into agreement on behalf of Mohammed Enterprises to sell thousands of kilograms of gold per year from Guyana to buyers in Miami and Dubai. NAZAR MIHAMED and AZRUDDIN MOHAMED cooperated with Company 1 via electronic communication between Guyana and Miami to transport gold sold by Mohammed Enterprise from Guyana to Miami and Dubai through Miami in connection with their shipments. Hello.
Yes.
Hold on. You know, I can't figure out for the life of me how to block. Yeah, I don't know. This program hot in head right now. So Enterprise from Guyana to Miami and Dubai through Miami. In connection with those shipments, NAZAR MIHAMED and AZRUDDIN MOHAMED caused payments to Company 1 from bank account in Guyana to South District of Florida. Wire transfer and all them things, this communication. You pay people to do things. This is a legit thing, right? And then they got several counts. What happened? The US realized what they're doing. Holamp and the company start tracking what they're doing. Obviously, the company was playing a role in it. So company become chief witness now. That's why they're stating Company 1, because company's witness. They state the company name. Company 1, 2, 3, and 4 are all witnesses. NAZAR MIHAMED and AZRUDDIN MOHAMED set up a system whereby Mohammed Enterprise would pay taxes and royalty in Guyana on one shipment of gold and receive the approximate GRA and GGB, Guyana Gold Board and Guyana Revenue Authority seals, but then reuse the same custom declaration and GRA GB seals on subsequent shipments so that Mohammed Enterprise could avoid tax and royalties on the second shipment. Now I'll give you something just now on the amounts. We're gonna do some maths just now. And you're gonna see how much them been siphoning off on a shipment. We're going down there. Them are coming in for the program. Okay, let it hold on. NAZAR MIHAMED and AZRUDDIN MOHAMED caused Company 2 to ship empty wooden boxes with intact GRA and Guyana Gold Board seals for gold buyers in Dubai to Miami. AZRUDDIN MOHAMED caused Company 3 in Miami to ship empty boxes, GRA and Guyana Gold Board seals from Miami to Mohammed Enterprise office in Guyana. It runs down. Let me get to the amounts, man. Purpose of scheme. So let me get to the amounts here. Electronic mail from 165 kilograms of gold. 165 kilograms of gold from Miami to Dubai, October 2021 we're looking at. Let me look at October 2021. kg to OZ. Kg to ounces. 120. 165 kilograms is 5,820 ounces. Let me tell you how much money is there. Hold on, let me do some maths for you. PNC can't do these maths. You can't. 5,820 ounces of gold. Gold is 3,800 now. 3,800 US by 5,820 equal one shipment of gold US 22,116. 22 million US. Look at this. You got October, November, January. I said running down. That man be making 2 shipments. Now, 22,116,000 US. Let me go back to what is saying the first document, what GRA does collect. So the Guyana Gold Board does collect 5% and GRA does collect 2%. Royalty and approximately 5% on the sale. All right, so 7%. Now, 22 million. Here, why did they doing this run-ins and carrying back? 7% looks small, but on 22 million US, one transaction, 22 million US in gold them are moving. 22 million divided by 100 equal 221,000 US multiplied by 7 equal 1.5 million. 1.550. One transaction, a man just pick up the gold, carry the gold. One transaction. That man may make $600-700 million a month. This is a transaction with a catch. Y'all didn't understand what's going on here? Man, I could do episodes of weeks on this, showing y'all evidence. One instance. All the instances, then watch it. 165 kilograms. Sometimes close to 2 transactions. Close within 30 days. Then the profit from the gold, you know. Remember they're buying this gold for next to nothing from Venezuela, mix it with Guyana gold. We should try to figure it was GHK Lal involvement. Now imagine you reading these stories and believing what he's saying about the PVP. Now only to find out. He's a big con man. Been in bed with the Mohammeds all the time. No, he can claim political persecution too. Here, I gotta wrap this up. I think I've presented enough evidence for you to know. NAZAR Mihamed, AZRUDDIN MOHAMED, and the Mohamed Enterprise can't come and explain to the people of Guyana nothing. This is just the beginning, the tip of the iceberg. And when using terms like iceberg, right away, it is in relation to the Titanic. The unsinkable will sink. Keep it real.